Hey guys, it's Christian, and this weekend I just saw Hamilton at the Pantages Theater. So what is Hamilton? So Hamilton's basically a sung-through musical about the life and times of Alexander Hamilton, one of the founding fathers of our country, and it's basically told in a hip-hop reimagining for the modern age. So why is it so popular? I think what makes it so popular is because of the themes that it has. Themes like life, death, who tells your story, what kind of impact you make on the world. And Alexander Hamilton was one of those people. Like when you think of Alexander Hamilton, you just think, oh, the guy on the $10 bill. I guess he was like a secretary or a treasurer or something like that. But once you dive deep into his story, you see that there's so much more to his life. He was a bastard son, he was an immigrant, he was an orphan, and he basically wrote his way out of his situation. And when they saw his writing skills, they sent him on a ship to America to help him find the revolution. He was a war hero, he was a lawyer, he was a congressman, he helped out the revolution, and he helped establish the first national bank. So that's why the real life Alexander Hamilton was so popular. So what makes this musical so popular? Well, first off, I think it's because of the music. The songs are just so modern and so upbeat and just so positive and they're just overall great. It does have modern singing, but it's mostly dominated by hip hop and freestyle, but it's done in a way that makes history sound cool. And I gotta be honest, I learned more about history from this musical than anything I learned in my history classes. And I think another reason the performance is the actors are just so iconic in their roles and they just take each and every moment and just steal every scene they're in. So I saw this musical at the Pantages, and this is with a new cast. And you might be thinking, oh, that's a bummer, you don't get to see like Lynn and Leslie and Philippa and all the original cast. But I gotta tell you, within the first minute when the new cast come on stage, like all those expectations just went out of my mind and I just embraced this new cast. So I was one of those people who kept listening to the soundtrack over and over and over again, so you kind of get these pictures in your mind of what the musical looks like, but nothing really compares to actually seeing it on stage, seeing the entire set and everything and how it all interacts. That's another thing I gotta praise about this musical is the set design. Just everything was just so interactive and the characters were like using the entire space that they were in. But the main attraction was this rotating platform that was in the middle of the stage. So the actors didn't have to walk from one half of the stage to the other, they can just stay on this platform and they can move for them. Because usually with a lot of theaters kind of more just staged and kind of stagnant, not really a lot of movement. But with the rotating platform, it allowed the characters to move around kind of like there was like a camera motion, make it more dynamic that way. And I literally had a smile on my face the entire first act. There's one thing to listen to the soundtrack over and over again, but then actually see it and see all the actual movement and choreography is just, oh man, it's just indescribable. So let's talk about the performers. So the new cast starred Michael Loy, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and he was great. I like how he performed a little bit more seriously than Lynn did in his previous performances. He was relatable and I really felt Hamilton's determination to get the job done. Then we have Joshua Henry as Aaron Burr. I really liked his performance. I really felt sympathetic for this character and I really felt bad when Hamilton kept getting away with his goals, even though he's kind of marked as a villain in his history. Solia Pfeiffer as Eliza was great. Emma River Lambton as Angelica was great. Ruben J. Carvajal as Philip and Lawrence was great, and I really liked how Isaiah Johnson played George Washington. I think Christopher Jackson played a little bit more stern, and I think Isaiah played a little bit more softer. He still had his stern moments, but you can still relate to him a lot more. And then Jordan Donica as Marquise Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson. I mean, no one's going to compare David Dick's amazing freestyle talent, but Jordan, he did give him a run for his money. But then we gotta get to the two performances that stole the show for me. The first was McEnany Trejo as Mulligan and Madison. His facial expressions, comedic timing, his dance moves are just like all just stole it for me. And then Roy O'Malley as King George. He only had 9 minutes of stage time, but he stole every single one of it. It was a very still performance every time he sung, but just his facial expressions, just the sassiness that he had every time he sang was just, oh man, A+. Another thing I gotta mention is the choreography. Like when you listen to the soundtrack and you hear the background players, you think, oh, they're probably just gonna be standing still and just singing in the background. But no, they were interacting with the stage, they were dancing, sometimes they would even play objects. I have to get up for the ensemble. They were really the unsung heroes of this entire performance. And I gotta mention the crew as well. The lighting, the sound effects, the costume design, the set design, everything was just on point. So those are my overall thoughts on Hamilton. It's an amazing show. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. I know tickets are pretty much impossible to get, but if you can afford it, please do not hesitate. And if you haven't seen it yet, listen to the soundtrack. It's just as amazing. So that's my review of Hamilton. What's your favorite song if you listen to the soundtrack? Leave it in the comment section below. Give it a like and subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you next time. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman. Lafayette, I'm taking this horse for the rings with great coats for the bloodstains. And I'm gonna stop and I'll make them drop, but I'm gonna scatter the meantime. Watch me engage him, escape, and then rage him. Ah!